are you in the lobby?
I am, yeah.
Sweet. Good shit. 16 drivers. Wait, I thought we had 17.
Are you missing one?
Wait, is Sam a spectator? Is he one of the admins? Not too sure, to be honest.
Oh no, he's just backed out. He didn't mean to put...
17. There you go.
There we go.
Another Monaco twig.
Another Monaco.
Ah, I get it.
Oh god.
Right, drivers are beginning to ready up, I think. Oh, for right. I was just trying to get a couple of other things sorted. Right. Welcome to Monaco. I am Captain Limit. I'm here with my good friend and the best co-commentator you could ever ask for, Laser Twig.
It's great to be here.
Good. Twig's first time in the F1 tier. Are you looking forward to it?
I am. I've been told there's some serious pace here, so I'm looking forward to seeing what laps we can hit here in qualifying.
There is. Elite Vortex Rating pick 2 drivers of the day, so I'll pick 1. Twig will be picking 1. 17 drivers is not a bad turnout, so we'll take that. I do have to mention a sponsorship scheme for Elite Vortex Rating Racing, and their sponsor is Next Level Racing. They're offering EVR and VRT some discounts and some stuff. Links will go into the stream at the end, and etc, etc. So have a check of them if you need to. Twig, I just need to admin something very, very quickly. So I'll be literally 60 seconds.
It's fine. Evening everyone joining in to this stream. It's as Jack said, it's my debut commentating here on F1, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got. I haven't even had a chance to have a look at the current standings, so I'm going into this blind at the moment. I will get the standings up for myself shortly. But we are going to follow, well, actually I'm not streaming, Jack is streaming, but I'm following Montana round. he is also following Lantana around. That is great. So he's coming up to the first corner here, and then it's the sweeping left rights up the hill, and then sweeping left-hander into Casino Square, and you've got the right downhill, and you've got this one that's you need to be light on the brakes into the pinhead turn. Don't want to take too much curve. Montana may have taken a bit too much there. Then into the right hand side towards the coastline, and another right heading into the tunnel. And this is the fastest part of the course, apart from the start finish straight. And then the quick left right, and then you're coming around. This is the swimming pool area. Couple of another right to lefts, left to rights, and then I should know the name of this. I've completely forgotten it, but that is a very bad lap commentary by myself. But NXX Montana sets a 109.1, and he is the first time on the board. LR Luke has already gone fastest, with a 108.8 in the racing point. Have a look who else is coming up to the line. We've got a Red Bull of Bretster. So that's a 110. I wonder if there was a mistake somewhere in that lap. Got Toro Rosso just going over the line now, I think. I'm just starting his lap. LR Sem. So that's a 109.5 as well. Sorry if you guys can't see this, Jack is the one streaming right now. He's just doing a bit of admin work. Oh, we got a Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso of Lewis just had a bit of an accident. He's missing his left end plate, so he's going to have to return to the pits and get that sorted. Anyone else come up to the line? I want to see everyone's first sort of laps be put in. The Williams is coming to the pits. That's the other Williams. Bretster. Oh, I think this lap is invalid, so he's not going to be able to improve. Who else? Lewis will be coming into the pits because of the damage he just received. LR Sem, is he going to be? No, he's not setting lap either. There's another Red Bull of VRT Aero. He's also into the pits. Everyone pretty much in and out, and we've got nine cars that have set times. We do have Raikkonen coming around. He's invalid, also coming into the pits. I think I see Guil in the McLaren. He looks like his time is also invalid. Alpha Mutt is going into the pits. Where's the other Haas Jordan? He's on an outlap. There's another Bretster. I think he's invalidated another lap. There's a lot of invalidations going on right now. And that is pretty much
Right, sorry about
that. Jack is back.
apologies. Just trying to do there's a VFL ICC tournament, which I'm trying to help out as much as I can without obviously doing much. You took them around on a lap of Monaco. Very interesting lap.
A very amateur lap.
Interesting lap.
Feel
The quickest.
free to do one yourself.
No, the quickest time I've seen throughout all the leagues was a 108.4 something, and we've got a 108.8 already, and we're only 6 minutes in. So, is this quicker than VFL, PSF1, race spec? Actually, I can't say race spec because on Tuesday it is Monaco for them. I've just had a Monaco week, to be honest. There is a car out at the Noble Chicane. I think that's Jordan. He has retired.
Jordan is out.
He's gone. 11 minutes to go, and if you see the leader gap, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. First to ninth is only 7/10 of a second. By the way, this is a close league. Really, really quick. Not only that, anyone can win. quite literally. There was another league that I saw that I don't commentate, but they actually banned people from qualifying on the median compound. You know, because of the race strategy later on when the soft people pit and come out behind them.
Yes.
Which is a good idea, I think, just for Monaco. I think it is a good idea. I think if you put everyone on the same tyre, you know, they'll finish where they start most of the time. As Montana breaks that new lap record that I've seen with a 108.477, and by the way, Montana is flipping quick.
I can tell from that lap. The fact you just said that 108.4 is the fastest you've seen, and he's just done that, is very impressive. Do you have the current standings? I'm not too sure who's currently on top. I know we're only on round 6, I believe. Round 5.
Yeah. I'll have a quick gander on the EVR.
On VRT Midnight has just gone second in the Williams with a 108.7.
He's very quick as well. I mean, a lot of drivers are very, very quick. So Montana is 54, Midnight 44, Gwill 37, Raikkonen 35, Fruitful, who I don't think is here, 30, Thomas 25, Sam 25, Chapelele, right, hear me out, he is insanely quick, but never finishes. I swear to God. He's always good in quali, but never finishes, so hopefully we can see that tonight. The constructors, McLaren 95, Williams 50. Wow. So that's Montana and Gwill, and they are two of the quickest drivers.
Take a look at Raikkonen and Alpha Max K times, sorry. They've posted the exact same time. Equals second and third right now. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Jack, are you there?
Yeah, I am. One sec.
Oh, okay, you're doing admin, that's fine. So, Alpha, he's coming into the pits. A lot of people coming into the pits now. I only really just noticed as well that we're doing qualifying in pretty much the dark, which is interesting.
Just to let you know, in F1, there were no incidents recorded last week. So there is no penalties, no qualifying bans, no racing bans, or anything like that. By the way, last race was China. It was brilliant. So I'm expecting Monaco to also be very, very good. And we'll see. Right.
Just following Chapelele. How do you say his name? Chapelele?
Chapelele.
Chapelele.
Chapelele. What a name.
Oh, it's a great name. He's about to set his first time.
He is on a medium compound. It does set a 110.1, which can be improved, but I think that is his first lap, to be fair. So He has time to come in. The lap time's 1 minute 10 or less. 6 minutes of qualifying to go before the big race. What track is after this, you ask? I mean, no one asked, but I believe it is one of the like early ones. I just double check because Minty made a calendar at the start of the season. Here we go. So we're on February 22nd. Next race is Austria next week. So that's a good one to look forward to. Luke just said, I got damaged because I looked at my wheel to start recording. Haha, I'm so rubbish. That's fair enough. Right, 5 minutes to go, Twig, and you know, I keep seeing these names. Obviously, it's been a week since I've done EVR, many other leagues, and you think, yeah, Alpu's here, AR was quite quick, Lewis is quite quick. I could say all of them are quite quick, because it's true. They've all got their own tracks. Their own favourite tracks, should I say. Why is qualifying at night, Twig? I've just realised.
Yeah, it's really odd. I feel like we're in Singapore.
I feel like it's Singapore V2.0.
Literally. It's an odd one. I'm hoping the race is at the proper time that it's meant to be. Oh, Lewis is flying around the track because he's trying to get back to the pits.
Yes.
After the invalidation. Oh, Midnight has lost it out the exit of the tunnel. No, not Midnight, Luke, sorry.
I'm sorry guys, I just realised I haven't actually been changing the driver. I apologize. I'm just going to also check the stream is on. My admin stuff is over. We can get concentrating with the Monaco Grand Prix. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, F2 and F3 is now live. Sam is covering F2. We have... who's covering F3? Let's have a quick look.
It's Liam and Minty.
It's Liam and Minty. They're covering F3. I'm sure all three races will be worth a watch back. And not only that, my VFO team has just scored against Schalke. Which is good to see. I'm watching that stream as well. Very, very important night for them. And we've got 3 minutes left of this. We can remain on board with Alpu through Maginot. Down to Casino we go. Clips the, well, gets us very close to the wall as he possibly can. But he locks up the brakes and that will be his lap time over. As he would have lost probably a second or even more during that. Josh is on a lap. Through Portier goes under a tunnel. We'll see what the Alfa Romeo is doing. The second sector time, as you can see on your full map at the bottom right, is just after Tabac at the end of this bit of a track after the Novo chicane. Newey loses the back end. Through Tabac he goes, taps for all the right time. He's 3.5 temps up, which could put him potentially, depending on the last sector, even second. But he runs Raskas wide. I don't know if that's going to help him. It didn't look immediately like it was going to help him. The Alfa Romeo whacks on the power. No ERS left. Crosses the line. 108.9 and goes 6 fastest. I think that Raskas would have slowed him down just a teeny weeny bit.
Yeah, it did look like he might have lost a little bit of time there. He could have gone ahead of Luke and VRT Midnight, I think, if he got that one down to perfection.
He could have. Raikkonen's making his way down to the Novo chicane. He's already a 10th up. Could we see a new pole sitter? We know how important pole can be. Out of the 5 races I've had this week, 4 of them, the first place driver has led through turn number 1. How many of them have gone on to win, I'm not too sure. But leading through turn 1 is definitely crucial. Raskas looks pretty quick from Raikkonen. Didn't look like he made any problems. Is he going to be the new pole sitter with just over a minute remaining? Yes, he absolutely is. With a 108.275. These drivers are quick. Oh, Alpa losing the back end down to Raskas. He was a 10th up on his time. Maybe, you know, it might have gone a little bit down. We'll find out. 108.4. If he wants the second place, he goes slower. He remains P3.
He's all over the place. I'm on board with him here, and out of every corner, he seems to start losing the car. So he's obviously running a very fast setup with little handling. So Montana's now about to start his last lap. He's got a job to do.
Haas has gone up a Noah chicane, tapping the wall on the left hand side. Problem is, he's going to have to stay there while the cars come down. Okay, to retire from the session, probably the best thing to do. Luke is gearing up for his lap, and he's going to cross the line in time, Twig. So I'm going to stay on board for the racing point while he does his lap.
That's both the Hasses out of the Noble chicane. Gone.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the lap over for Luke. He taps the wall in Mazune, taps the wall in Casino. Lap over. Midnight goes a 10th up. He moves. Third fastest. Alpi goes into a pit, so Midnight will take the third place. Montana, he's somehow up on his time. It's going to be really, really close between him and Raikkonen. Raikkonen retires. Can Montana find 2 tenths and 2 milliseconds to take pole position? It's absolutely crucial. He comes through turn number 19. He whacks on the GLS 108.275 to beat. He goes 175, and Montana takes pole position by exactly 1/10. And what a lap that is on Monaco, by the way.
That is unbelievable.
It's insane.
Every time he got knocked off pole, he's come back and fought his way back up. So fair play to the guy.
Absolutely insane. Evening, wet start. Doesn't look wet to me. Or is it wet start of a race? Oh, is it a wet start to a race, Twig? Oh. Is it? We don't know, but look at the gap. So take away first and second, ladies and gentlemen. The gap from 3rd to 14th is less than 3/4 of a second. What? And this is why I love doing EVR on a Saturday night, because the gap, it's so close. It is unbelievable. It's so good. I mean, Montana's smashing it at the moment, to be fair. Only by 10 points, but yeah, Josh lost 3 tenths final corner. Yes, you did. And we saw that. Me and Twig live. We'll get ready for the formation. I've got Galaxy chocolate as well.
Oh, you're very prepared. We do have a wet start, and it is dark again.
It is. I think that's light rain. Which is well, I ain't done Monaco in the wet, so
this will be interesting.
This will be very, 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 very interesting. Hopefully we see no cars losing their tyres on the formation lap. That would be funny. But these drivers are very, very good. And I'm sure if we see... another good thing is as well, you know, in certain leagues, some drivers have reputations for maybe causing a couple of collisions or whatever. None of these drivers have causing a collision on purpose. They are, you know, Sam and the guys are very, very quick to get that out, which is good to see. So if we see a collision, it definitely will not be on purpose. So the wet start did mean the start of the race. And that also means, Twig, eventually it will be going to dry. And it also means that you don't really want damage early on.
No, I think it's crucial for everyone at the start of this race to just avoid the walls and avoid each other, really. That's got to be the aim at the start of this.
Absolutely, I think that's going to be absolutely, you know, crucial. Because if you get damage early on, that means you have to pit early. But the majority of the grid, they won't be pitting early. You know, even if it's a safety car, they'll be keeping these tyres on. So if you get damage early on, you are in a spot of bother. There's no doubt about that. They're just coming through the Novo chicane. The McLaren of Montana is quite far ahead at the moment, but that's up to him, and it's up to, of course, Raikkonen wanting to keep his distance, keep his car nice and warm. And yeah, so I think after Tuesday it'll be my last time doing Monaco, at least for any week really. So this is the second to last one, and I hopefully want to make sure it's a good one, and I want to show you what F1's about, because I'm guessing no doubt F2 is pretty competitive. I'm guessing.
I actually haven't done F2. I've only done F3.
Oh,
Meant to do F2
wow.
today.
Mag step up.
But I've ended up.
But I trust you to do a fantastic job, as you do with the other leagues. So no pressure, Twig. And we will get ready for round number 5. And it's a wet start as well, so will we see a cheeky start from a Renault on the outside path? I don't think so. I think Montana will be fine. But ladies and gentlemen, I've said this in other streams, there's only 113 metres from pole position to the breaking point of Sandoval. It's round 5 of EVR on the streets of Monaco, where it's lights out and away we go. A very shaky start from all of the drivers, but the McLaren of Montana leads through turn number 1, Raikkonen behind, Midnight third, Guil fourth, Alpu fifth, Lewis sixth, up the Bay Rivards they go. No contact from any of the drivers yet, which is good to see. Through Casino they go, I would say very quickly, but very gingerly in these conditions. As you see, the Toro Rosso's back end.
Virtual.
There is a virtual, and that is for
Wetster is round at Casino, and
he got
some damage on that Red Bull.
He's got a colossal amount of damage. And was that driver inflicted, Twig, or?
It was actually him and his teammate Aero side by side. I don't know if he just lost it or if there was contact, but it was the two Red Bulls side by side.
No way. So the two Red Bulls, ladies and gentlemen, are having a bit of a shaky start. The start of this Monaco, light rain Monaco Grand Prix, but we're back racing again through the Noble Chicane for the first time out of another 39 times. Josh gets a 3-second pen for cutting that Noble Chicane. Did he have to do it? I don't know. Montana leads through the swimming pool. Jordan gets a 3-second time penalty as well. So a couple of penalties coming in really early on. Through Rascash we go for the first time. And Montana leads, Raikkonen second, Midnight third, Guil fourth, Alpi fifth. Nothing has changed at the front.
Yeah, we got a few cars diving into the pits. We got Luke, Aero, and I'm sure Bretster will be going in as well.
Yes, the question being, how long will this rain last, and will it get harder? Will it get to a point where the drivers are finding it tough, tricky to find a point to go back to the softer compound tyres? And Montana's looking okay at the front. He's got a second gap already. I'll be interested to see which drivers can use their wet driving skills, because some drivers probably don't mind the rain.
No, yeah, there is probably a few here that actually prefer the rain here at Monaco, but Bretster was held up quite badly after his teammate Aero in the pits. They did not have the wing ready, so he's lost huge amounts of time, and it's a terrible start for the Red Bulls.
Absolutely. We know that, you know, Lewis Hamilton don't mind a bit of wet, so does Montana mind a bit of wet? His gap has gone up to 1.5, and you can see the Red Bulls, and there is a racing point there. I'm guessing that's Luke. He had some sort of damage. Sam has just overtaken Juice through the Piscine pool, which is an interesting place to overtake. And of course a couple of laps coming in, but they won't matter because we'll be going to dry at some point. Zach in the Renault also comes into the pits.
Keeping an eye on the Toro Rosso all over the back of the Mercedes of Alpamut. And
Alpu is his new name.
Alpu. He's looked all over the place during qualifying, and he's still struggling here. I don't know what sort of setup he's got running, but he's not looking comfortable at all.
Yeah.
He's lost one position to the Toro Rosso Lewis, and the Haas of Silas is going to look to do the same.
Now, B-Rex, I think, just had an incident in Rascas. I think he tapped the wall, and he's now coming into the pits for a front wing change. Obviously, to put some more inters on. Lots of corner cutting penalties coming in, and you know why that is. It's because their braking points are just not quite on the mark at the moment. And they're overshooting corners, but they really shouldn't be overdoing. Raikkonen is 1.8 seconds behind. Midnight in the Williams is quite close behind, passing through onto lap number 4. 36 more laps to go. And Guil and Montana, the two McLarens who are smashing the Constructors' Championship, P1 and 4. Oh, hang on a minute. Midnight has just overtaken Raikkonen up the Bay with Arch. I didn't quite see it, but what a move that is. Just for when I don't have damage, I can't get a dynamic view, but if not, what a good overtake by Midnight.
No, yeah, no damage. He done it round the outside as well, so it was pretty clean, and he's moved up into second spot.
Well, good job him. I'm just going to change my headset to it, because this one's going to die, so I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sure. Oh, here goes Jordan in the Haas. Oh, and we've got Chapelle into the barriers at the hairpin. And Jordan was making the move on the Ferrari of Juiced, and he's got ahead of him, and they've both actually got ahead of Chapelle. So he must have damage. Let me have a look. Has he not got damage? Oh, maybe he doesn't have damage. He's done well there.
The problem is, can you hear me?
I can.
Otherwise, I don't know what this microphone sounds like on the stream, so I just have to play it back a second.
So it sounds a lot deeper.
I'm gonna try and shout a little bit and just see if it crackles.
It did crackle.
No, it didn't.
It did a bit.
Oh god, it did crackle. Right, I'm gonna try not to shout, but sometimes I can't help it. This is the worst, that's not even a word, the worst headset, so I do apologise. But we did the shouty bit at the start.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine.
Be fair. We'll have to cope with it anyway, we don't have a choice. Zach has just coming through the line, he's in P16, Juiced is in the pits. BB Retster, look how far back that Rebel is. Wow, I think he's been lapped. Yeah, he has. A wet night race in Monaco. What more could you ask for as a commentator?
Not sure.
I'm not sure.
I think this is perfect.
Definitely, it's what we would have wanted. And what we're trying to do is a yellow flag in sector 3. That might have been Rascans for a little bit of contact, but I think everything is free flowing again. Oh, as Argard loses his rear end down into a Noah chicane, but I don't think that was the cause of the safety car. I mean, he has lost an end plate because he did tap the wall, but he didn't lose it as much as I was, shouting about. He just lost the back end a little bit and tapped the wall. I hope that is not what caused the safety car, because that was a little bit cheap, Twig. Very cheap.
I'm not sure if it could have been his teammate, because his teammate Jordan has just come in and changed his front wing.
Right.
And I think he may have had some contact with Yogurt.
I think that safety car, I don't think it would have been a crash. It just would have been the amount of damage on the track kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's just too much wind damage. Yogurt has gone onto the medium compound to it because it has stopped raining.
Ah.
But never go on mediums after rain. That's what I always got told. But they can finish the race on mediums. I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah. Aero's gone onto the hards.
Aero has gone onto the hards. Now, hards might help them out because the cars have got to work away. Okay. I'm sorry, I'll be honest, I've been up since 6. So, yeah, interesting. There you go. So Montana pits as well, Twig.
There we go.
And I think
Everyone's
many
in.
others will do as well. Look at the pit lane now. Jeez Louise. And all the penalties can be gotten rid of. Oh, the McLaren team aren't quite ready. Holds Will back by 4 or 5 seconds. Will that change his position? He's already down 1. Oh dear. Oh, he's down 7. Oh, he's down 8. He's down 9. Oh, Will has just literally come out. And that double stack has not paid off. But if he would have lost more time going round again, so he's probably done the right thing. Even though he's come back out in 7th. So he's only lost 3 places. It looks a bit worse then. But he's alright. And we will join Montana at the front with the safety car. While these drivers drive with that, I'm going to eat some chocolate.
Yeah, I'm still following all these cars coming in to the pits. Every single car that was on Inters has now entered the pits and changed. We got a right mix though. We got a right mix of tyre. It's pretty much half and half. So the mediums and the hards. Oh, it's just Bretster actually who has not come in, and he is struggling big time. Oh, and he's hit the barrier and he's nearly around. I would not be surprised if I saw Bretster retire.
I'm not gonna lie, I think that the safety car has come at the perfect time there, because the rain has stopped. Everyone's able to go on their dry compound tyres. Not only that, we've had a few position changes as well.
There you go. Bretster just crashed.
He's done the right thing. Now, also, the safety car's doing 1 more lap. The car should have enough time to catch up. And also, another thing about this safety car, so it's dry. We've got the dry tyres on. The grid has shaded a little bit, which is good as well. And all the cars can now get back together. So everyone's got their wings, everyone's got their tyres, and we are completely restarting with 17 drivers. Who was the 18th? Don't know who joined. Someone did.
What was that? Sorry, who's crashed out?
No, we had 17, didn't we?
Oh, we did.
And when we had 18 for some reason.
So someone came in late? If we go position change, should be able to work it out.
Maybe.
It's yogurt.
Yogurt, yes. So he did start 18th. Most of the cars have caught up. The Mercedes is catching up now. The Renault of Zach is catching up now. His teammate's in P3. That's Raikkonen. Argard is a little bit away. Safety car is coming in. Argard should just be able to catch up though. He's just going through the Nova chicane. The Ferrari, Mercedes and the Renault are caught up at the back. And we're just about to go. Montana's just going through Rascas now. And when he goes through turn number 19, which is about now, the Monaco Grand Prix gets underway for the 2nd time. We lead on to lap 9 of 39. 31 laps to go as Montana takes quite a lower curve. Up Bay Rivaci goes. Midnight behind, Raikkonen 3rd, Lewis 4th, Alpi 5th, and Gwil in 6th. No major contacts at the start of the safety car. Or from the safety car.
No contact, no overtakes. So it's a clean start, but as I say that, TTG Forbes has made a move on LR Sem He's moved up to 8th behind his teammate VRT Josh.
He has, through the tunnel. Montana is flying. Raikkonen's pretty close to the back of Midnight already. He might make a move down to the noble chicane. He might have an inside dive. He does take an inside dive to shift through the gears as much as he possibly can. Slows down, doesn't cut the curb, and Raikkonen into the noble chicane is now into P2.
Yeah, Sem just done the exact same thing, taken 9th from Chapelle. Great move from Raikkonen though, that. How he didn't get the corner cut there, he's done absolutely wonders.
Well, the reason he didn't get a corner cut is because he slowed down so much. I think that's the main reason. He didn't actually use the corner cut to get an advantage. He made the overtake before the, you know, he was going a bit quick, but the only way he was getting past was by being quick. And I'm sure if Midnight gets the opportunity, he will do exactly the same. I know what Midnight's like, and he's good at chancing his overtake through the hairpin. The main bulk of the front runners go now. The midfield joining through now. Bit of a gap between, is it a Ferrari or the Alpha? Oh, bit of a touch in the chicane, but everything's all right. As there's a massive pack of like 9 or 10.
There is.
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Heading down to the noble chicane as we speak. And Montana already has a 3-second gap already. He is quick on dries.
He's absolutely flying at the front. I'm trying to keep an eye on all these guys fighting for pretty much 8th place. But they're all so close together. I'm just trying to catch any sort of moves that will be made. Oh, Zach a move?
Yeah.
That is Zach on a guard going into turn 1.
Did Josh have to pit at some stage?
He did. He
did.
might have got damage.
He's 15 seconds behind. 13.9 now. But here's sorry for the old guys. It's not the racing, it's my mental well-being. There's a little pack of 4 just heading to the back now, but we'll have to keep an eye on during the whole race. Ladies and gentlemen, next race is Austria, which according to Twig's own league, it was very, very exhilarating, shall we say.
That is the word I'd probably use. We got Haas. We got Haas off. A-guard. Out of the exit of the tunnel. He is back on track
and he's
now.
got no wing at all.
Damage.
And he's going to have to take a pit stop and get that swapped. And he's going to be pretty far at the back of the grid.
You are tired, aren't you?
Very tired. Very, very tired. I'm also, once this commentary's done, I'm going to get in bed. I'm then going to wake up at about 2-3 AM for the boxing.
Yep.
Tyson Fury vs Deontay Wilder. Then I'm going to go back to bed after that's done. Get a tiny Sunday morning. What's happening with... Has he retired in the pits? Yes. And I don't blame him for doing that. It's been a bit of a rough evening in Monaco for Agard. And he retires his Haas into the pits. Where's his teammate currently?
12th. It's not been a good weekend so far for the Haas team. They didn't do. One of them at least crashed out in qualifying, and now one of them's retired in the race. So hopefully Jordan can get some points for them. But we shall see. He's in a right old scrap with about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars.
Yes. We have 27 laps of Monaco to go. It's been an interesting race so far. We have had a safety car. We've had some light rain. We've had some full wing damages. We've had some end plate damages. We've had a pit lane that was literally full to the brim. And we've only technically done 12 laps. That was a yellow flag in sector 2, but oh, it is.
Oh, it's
It's at the
Zach.
chicane. It is Zach, and he does he have a wing? He does have a wing. Interesting.
And he's got both end plates as well.
And he's got both end plates.
I think. Oh, we've got some movement out of the tunnel. We've got a bit of damage there, and Chappelle's gone all out of shape. And he's lost the place to Luke, who's up to 9th. I think Zach got caught on the pin, and Chappelle's dropping massively now.
Yes,
he's
Mercedes
losing.
Oh, the inside, but wheel to wheel through turn 19. It's never going to go well, and Chappelle smacks the left-hand side of the turn 19 wall, and he's going to have to do another lap. Oh, Yogurt has gone right into the turn 1 barriers at Saint Devot, and I'm not quite sure what happened because I didn't see, and he retires. No, he doesn't.
He's tried to end his car there, and that's not worked, so he's retired the car.
Oh, right, so he did it on purpose?
Yeah. I was on board, he went straight for that barrier.
Oh, fair enough. You could have told me before I said something.
Well, he's obviously not happy with Chappelle.
Chappelle, man.
Chappelle, I'm getting it all wrong.
Chappelle. You get me saying that now. So we started with...
He's missing half a wing.
He is, but that was because he hit the wall of turn 19. We started with 18, we're down to 15, 3 DNF, Chappelle and Luke getting 3-second penalties. I can't stop yawning, man. Alpu also gets a 3-second pen. Is everyone being mugged off by the invisible sector 2 and 3 yellow flags? I keep getting a flicker on my screen, but they're not actually happening.
Oh, Gil has made a move.
Oh! Chappelle in the pits as DNF, so he's decided to call it quits, which is unlike him. I told you, he just can't finish a race. He's so quick, he just can't finish a race. And there's another example of commentator's curse. Montana's leading the front quite well, 4.3 seconds to him. Raikkonen's also gained a 5.8 second gap to Midnight, who's also got a 4.3 second gap. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. To 4th place Lewis, who's very, very close to Gil. Gil might make a move into turn 1, he doesn't do so. We'll have to keep on board with this. Because Grill has worked his way up Twig. I think we've missed it, but he came out of the pits P7 and he's now P5.
He's doing well, he's slowly picking them off. He's looking to make Lewis his next target.
Absolutely, and we'll have to keep an eye on it because on the track, apart from Aero and Luke...
Aero was on the back of Luke and he just lost it, went into the wall.
And now he's on the back of Juice. Yeah, good spot. Oh, I think Growers just got past Twig. Dancing over chicane, they both tap each other. Both of the cars are everywhere. They both get a 5-second pen for corner cutting. And that was just a mess. Grill has got maybe so. There's a virtual safety car for the amount of damage on the track. And these two, I think they're going to have to pit Twig. And the... Oh, into Westcast, but Toro also gets very close to the McLaren, and they're both going to enter the pits. Probably the right decision. Yeah, so I think the Toro Rosso tries to make a move down. Sorry, Grill had overtaken the Toro Rosso, but the Toro Rosso broke too late to try and keep the inside. Grill turns in, loses the back end. Bang! They're both going to serve 5-second penalties, Twig, and they're going to come out low. Yeah, outside the top 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but from the reaction of the Toro Rosso car, it looked like Lewis was not very happy with what happened there. But DRS has been enabled again, and we are back underway.
I'm just going to eat some chocolate to calm things down.
That's it, you calm yourself down, Jack. You calm yourself down.
Not that the drivers are stressing.
I'm not even halfway.
Yeah, literally. Me and Twig, no stress. Drivers, ultimate stress. Raikkonen did a little bit of some cheeky bits on the safety car. The virtual safety car. He dropped the gap from 4.5 to 3.7. Either that, or Montana took a corner a little bit wide. But all it takes is one mistake from one of the big boys in this race, and there will be some. Let's see if we can have 15 left. Nope, and we're not even halfway through.
Not even halfway through yet. And yeah, as you said, like it only take. Oh, and there goes Lewis retiring. I did not think he was happy with that incident with Quill, and I think that shows it. Interestingly, Juiced has pitted after a bit of damage, and he's gone onto the soft tyre.
He has. And
Interesting.
I mean, I know the softs can do 20 laps on 100%. Can they do 21 laps on 50%? Now, I'm sure he'll be helping. I mean, listen, Grosjean did 51 on the soft tyres.
Yeah.
How? No idea. But he did. And if he can do that, then why can't Juice do 20?
Good luck to him.
We will see. He's going to have to burn those tyres a little bit at one stage. He might want to go for a fastest lap now. Yeah, we'll see. The gap to the leader is down to 3.5. Is Raikkonen slowly but surely decreasing that gap a little bit? And also, if the pit stop at Monaco is 19 seconds, so if Midnight can stick in there and the medium drivers have to pit again, they might not, but if they do, Midnight could be back into the lead at some point if he keeps that leader gap less than 19. So this race is it's not over yet.
Definitely not. Montana's keeping that gap as it is, but he's not stretching it. So
Yeah, that's
got to be positive for Raikkonen.
no, absolutely. Well, we know Raikkonen and Midnight are quick anyway, as well. But I think, to be fair, Montana on, for example, like China or Aussie, that gap would have increased. At the moment, it's maintaining. So, you know, all it takes is a safety car. Is that your phone or my phone?
That is your phone.
God's sake. Right. Sorry, PA. I'm busy. Oh, okay. Silent doesn't work. Sorry, boys. Silent's not working. I don't want to press decline either because that's mean. Has the Red Bull got damage? He does. He has the Red Bull Vero has a left end plate missing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on lap 21 of 39, and we have 19 more laps, including this one, to go.
Interesting, actually, because Montana and Raikkonen are both on mediums, so they will need to pit. I don't think they're going to manage, 32 laps on those mediums?
Yeah, which would be the
Midnight from
equivalent of
Hearts,
64 on 100%.
do you think 32 laps?
Oh,
62.
Sam! Where is that? That is in the chicane after the Grand Hotel. Oh, he's got into the wall on the left-hand side.
That's very bizarre.
What?
I can see his front wing here, and then he's there.
What? I'm just looking at G's POV, just as he comes through the... What? Problem for... I think it was Josh. May be wrong. But... someone got a drive-through pen for speeding under the pit lane.
So I was just speaking about the guys at the front pitting and how the safety car is pretty much going to give them all a chance.
Absolutely. And Midnight decides on track position.
Oh.
And Alpu does as well.
Do you think he can make those hards go 32 laps?
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I think the real question is, though, if he loses positions, every single driver behind him will be on new tyres. So, what, Midnight was third? Yeah?
Third, yep.
So, if he finishes less than third, he's made the wrong decision, because he was always going to finish third. Whether or not he would have chased second or whatever, he was always going to finish third. So we'll see if that decision counts. At the moment, he's P2, but I'm pretty sure he's got some defending skills in him. And we won't have to wait too long before the cars catch up. The safety car will do another lap. And another thing is we started with 18. Someone wanted 15. We're getting 12. And we've still got another 18 laps to go. 17 laps to go. So we've got another at least 20 minutes yet. But this is what racing's about.
This is Monaco for you.
It is. It only happens once a season. And for that once a season, you gotta take it on the chin, suck it up, and get on with it. Get on with the job. As do we, as commentators. We have to keep on top of the footage. And we have to bring that to you as quickly as we can. The last car is Josh. And he's making his way up to Masune. He'll join the pack very, very shortly. And we will see what gets cracking. I think this race, you know, Twig might pass on the 50-minute mark, which you rarely see in a 50% race.
Yeah,
but I think it will do.
It'll be going on.
So who's got fastest lap at the moment? Fastest lap is going to Juice at the moment with a 10.09. 10.913. The safety car is in, and Josh gets a mad 10-second penalty for corner cutting.
And that's just trying to catch up to the back of the grid.
Oh, with some damage, Twig. Outside Piscine Pool on the track, and Aero. That was Aero going into Juice, so I'm guessing Aero has lost part of his wing, and he's lost the full left side, and he's going to pit. What a mess. Anyway, Montana leads us on for the third time in this Monaco Grand Prix, and Josh has retired inside the pits. We're down to 11. Montana led by Midnight in second, Alpu in third, Raikkonen fourth, Grill in fifth. Those two are pretty close. Free Casino, and down to the hairpin for the first time after the restart.
Yeah, not much movement again after the restart, but it is Monaco. It's very tight now. It's going to be making shoddy little moves that are going to end up 50-50, but
why is Forbes going slow? It's not Forbes. Who is it?
Aero.
I don't know. It is. It's going very slow. And
Oh,
he's ghosting, I think.
Alpu's lost positions. So Raikkonen and Guil are there.
He has, and look at that. Montana now, the race is literally in his hands. He sets a new fast lap A and B.
Wow.
The car behind him is on 18 lap 1 hards. So the more Midnight keeps Raikkonen, Guil, Alpu, Jordan, whatever behind, Montana is just going to fly. And he's going to have a really good chance of winning this race now.
Yeah, once again, he's pulling out the gaps. He's doing well, and I think Midnight may be regretting his decision here because he's falling very fast behind Montana, and he's got Raikkonen, who's going to make a move on him, who is now in front of him.
Absolutely. And I mean, think about Midnight. He was the place he is in now, after being overtaken by Raikkonen. This, is a virtual safety car, and that is Raikkonen, I think. Was it Juiced?
Juiced is gone.
It is Juiced, and that was out of the pool. Or no, going into the pool. And we're down to 10. So everyone who finishes, are getting a point, at least. And we start with 18. We're down to 10. Crazy, absolutely crazy. We have the green flag. The race gets going, and we have DRS enabled. Not that much of it gets used. It's. Do you know the 2 tracks that only have 1 DRS zone, Twig?
I'm not sure actually.
So you got Monaco and Japan are the only tracks with 1 DRS zone, which is interesting. Very interesting. I thought Japan would have had 1, you know, on the back, not the back straight, but you know, the really long straight before they get to the chicane, before the start line. I would have thought they would have put 1 on there, but not to be the case.
Yeah, maybe with that left-hand turn, it's just too hard.
That's it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you can't really. I mean, you could put it before, but there's a bit of a gradient change. There's no doubt about that. Forbes comes into the pits in his Alfa Romeo. He's going to have a full, front wing change. Midnight's still keeping that 3rd position for now, but he's going to have to battle now.
Yeah, he's got.
I don't think he was
battling.
now. I don't think he was battling the 3rd place before. He was maintaining it. The Red Bull Vero now goes into 9th position, with the Alfa Romeo Forbes tucking him behind on the soft compound though. So, will Forbes have a little go at Aero? I'm going to keep on board with it. But look at that pack behind the Midnight. And don't forget, Montana and Raikkonen aren't his teammates, so he's definitely not done it on purpose. If Montana had his teammate in front, you could probably understand, actually it would be quite a cool strategy. In this scenario, these cars will just want to hunt that Williams down. And Forbes will want to hunt Aero down as well. He might make a move inside to the Noble chicane. He looked as if he was going to do it, but he didn't decide to do so. We'll have to keep. I'm going to keep on board with this Alpha at the back because I have a feeling he's going to overtake Aero sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I'll stick with these guys. The guys that are trying to get past Midnight. Midnight is positioning his car very well at the moment, so he's doing a good job at keeping his guys behind.
Oh,
I think
that's that.
Alpu just had a bit of a meeting with the wall. By the way, I've just had a look at position changes, and Jordan is up 12 positions.
He is. He started 17th. He's now 5th. That is a potential driver per day right there, Twig.
And if he could get past VRT midnight as well.
Has he got a chance?
Oh, he's got 10 laps. He just needs Gwil to get past him first, so he can have a go.
Yeah, literally. Forbes is getting very. Oh, go on.
It's looking like Jordan's going to make a move on Gwil going up the hill. But Gwil does
The
well
Gwil to the hill. I like that. Cheeky bit of rhyming from Twig. That's what you get when you have Twig as your co. You get rhymes. I'm so on board with Forbes because I think he's going to make a move very, very soon on those new soft tyres. I'm also just trying to watch the last bit of my VFL teams. Well, it's not mine anymore. I was manager it. I took them from 17th to 7th, and now they've been taken over by my good friend. I just want to see how they get on. Oh, but we had a bit of a mare. We just conceded really late. Rip. Anyway, back to F1. Commentators curse. Jordan gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Montana has a 6.7 gap lead. Midnight was P3, had a safety car, came out P2, he's now back to P3. A couple of comments on the stream. Yo, says Laserlot. Yo. Growers in P4, Jordan P5, Luke P6, Alpi P7, Aero 8th, Forbes 9th, and Zach is 10th. We've reached a period of the race where we haven't had many safety cars. Here are your number of stops. Wow! What? Twig, have you seen this?
Yeah,
Oh, the Renault on Alfa Romeo, touchdown, the Renault goes flying off turn number 18. And don't know how that's not a safety car, to be quite frank. But he goes into the pits. Wait, hang on. He must, unless that was last cast and I just got mixed up, he must have drove backwards to go into the pits. Unless I'm being ridiculous, but that is Zach. Twig, that is Zach's 7th stop.
Wow.
7. Wow. I mean, I had an Azerbaijan race, but went from dry to heavyweight and back to dry, and that took 7 stops over 100%. Not 30 laps at Monaco. Jeez. Position changes very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. P1 to 3 have not changed. Gwil is up 1. Jordan is up 12. As Twig pointed out very shortly ago. Luke stayed the same. Alpu's down 3. Arrow's up 2. Forbes up 2. Zach up 6. He's getting a point at the moment. Fastest lap is going to Montana, and Twig is oohing.
I'm oohing because Gwil has lost his left end plate. And if Jordan's seen that, that's going to give him a massive boost, as well as the fact he's all over the back of him going through tunnel at the moment.
Absolutely, I'm sure Jordan might have seen that damage for himself.
Oh, Jack, I'm gonna have to miss the end of this race, I'm afraid.
Oh.
I've got something personal just come up.
Oh, are you going now?
I need to attend something.
No problem.
But
anyway,
yes,
thank you so
let me
much.
know how it goes.
I will. I'm sure you can watch the stream and when you go to bed. Anyway, best of luck, or whatever it is.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I shall speak to you soon.
Yes, thank you, buddy. Take care. We had 2 commentators, we're down to 1. And we will smash through the last 8 laps of this Grand Prix. Montana leads with a 6-second gap to Raikkonen, 10 more seconds to Midnight, who's done 25 laps of the hard tyre, and he's got to do 8 more. Gwil P4, Jordan P5, Luke P6, and we've only got 10 drivers left. We also have Aero, who's a little bit at the back. Zach and Forbes going up massively now. And we have, of course, Montana, who's catching the back runners up pretty quickly. And as Twig has something personal to attend to, and he has to leave the lobby. Just checking a video of something, ladies and gentlemen, so bear with 2 seconds. Do apologise. There we go, all good. So let's see what happens in the last 7 laps. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you also have F2. Excuse me, I'm sorry if that was so loud. You also have F2 and F3 currently happening right now. F2 is being run by Sam, and F3 is being run by Minty and Liam, I believe. So make sure you're checking those out as well. If we're having a little let's say a consolidation of what has happened so far. So we started this race with light rain. We then had a safety car as the rain stopped. We then, Bahasa going round Masune into Casino. Will Bahasa have the inside line? He does have the inside line, but that is at a cost of the Casino, wall on the right hand side. But he still has his wing. I don't know how, because there is a bit of contact. That is, I think that's Forbes at the Novo chicane, and he's back on track now with potentially some damage. I'm not too sure, but the Renault just gets past of, it wasn't even Zach, it was Raikkonen, so that was a back marker. Zach sets the fastest lap so far for 1 minute 10.196. Forbes retired from the session. We now have 9 drivers remaining. Forbes does that in the pits, but if he carried on driving for 5 more laps, he was going to get 1 point. But he decides not to do so regardless. What was I saying? I can't quite remember. The leader gap has been dropped from 6.5 to 4.5. He has 5 laps. Raikkonen has 5 laps to have a go at competing with Thingy. We were also saying Jordan did have a little bit of contact with the Casino wall, but he somehow, even at that speed that he was, kept his car's front end plate at least. So will Jordan get that overtake on Grill before the end of the race? We are yet to find out, as we have 4 laps to go when Montana crosses the line. I'm just going to shut the window because it's getting pretty cold. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be able to do post-race interviews this evening. The only reason is I have to go to bed as early as possible because the boxing is on early in the morning. And when you pay for a service, you need to make sure you get that service and you don't miss it. Don't forget, guys, in 4 laps time for Elite Vortex Racing, they won't see Monaco again until the next season. So let's see if we can have an exciting ending. And can we just say that Midnight is doing a fantastic job at keeping those hard tyres going with a 1.5 second gap to Grill as well. So fair play to Midnight. We have Austria next week with Elite Vortex Racing on Saturday 8 PM. We have Austria and F1, F2, F3, and Andre might be back in time for F2. I don't typically watch the F2 commentaries, The only reason being, I think Sam has given me the role of F1, hopefully, and we can concentrate on these drivers and these teams and how they're getting on throughout the full season. You know, as a commentator, I wouldn't like to switch and the Constructors' Championship, and Luke and Jordan go a little bit of wheel to wheel down to the corner before the Grand Hotel hairpin. Both still wheel to wheel, but Racing Point tries to push out the Haas as much as he possibly can. The Haas attempts a switchback and you know, hits the gearbox of the Racing Point, shall we say, but he still keeps his wing, and Luke is now into P5 just to confirm the fastest lap is by I'm sorry for me on him. I'm so tired. It's stupid. The Mercedes of Alpine might have saved a little bit of time, but look at that. Alpine has done 30 laps on his medium tyres, and you can see the blisters forming in his front left tyre especially. I'm sure those back tyres have had a little bit of a beating as well. Raikkonen has reduced the gap to 2.4 seconds. Could, with another couple of laps, could Raikkonen have mounted a push on Montana? We don't know. There's 1.5 laps to go, and we might as well keep on board at the front. I don't think there will be any more position changes in the midfield. I'm expecting most of the drivers would have done most of their penalties in the pits. Do not quote me on that, but we will find out at the end of the race. As Montana leads us through Razgas for the second to last time, and he will lead us on to lap number 39. He got the quickest time in qualifying, and he's pretty much like every single lap since. I'm just going to load the stream back on just to make sure I haven't missed any questions or comments. Why is the volume not turning down? Fantastic result for all tiers. Lowest numbers being 14 F3, but all the rest are over 16. Great comms, and we hope to see you next week in the box. How much action has there been? Well, look, unfortunately for you, you've just joined too late, as I've just gone through the action. You may have heard it, I'm not too sure. As Montana goes through Portier, goes through a tunnel, leads us down to the Nova chicane, and there's only half a lap to go from him leading, literally, every single lap. And he's done it again, and has proven that Montana is a driver to be reckoned with. Don't forget, Raikkonen had reduced that gap from 6.5 to potentially less than a second, and it looked like he was going to mount a push into the final finish. But Montana comes through the final corner. He's led every single lap, and he wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Raikkonen's only just over half a second behind from being 6.5 seconds behind. Raikkonen drove fantastically at the end, partly probably because Montana was, you know, securing for pace, maintaining an injury-free end. Midnight does really well to do 33 laps on the hard compound tyres. Well done to him. He finishes on the podium. Grill P4, good from McLaren, 25 points from first, 12 from second, fourth, sorry, 37 points. Luke 5th, got that overtake over Jordan. Alpu also got the overtake on Jordan as well, so Alpu finishes P6, Jordan P7, but due to penalties, Aero goes P7, Jordan P8, and Zach P9. When he crosses the line, we'll get a confirmation of his standings, and Alpu managed to do 33 laps on mediums as well. And there has been a exhilarating Monaco Grand Prix. Light rain, collisions, safety cars, virtual safety cars, started with 18 down to 9. Wind damage all the last stint, and orange wing from third to last lap. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I can probably understand why he was catching a bit up then. Well done to you, Montana. A good victory with some high degree of damage. And I said to Twig, the race will probably break a 50-minute mark, which is rare, and it has. Almost 52 minutes. another lap, and Raikkonen may have had Montana due to the damage. But there you go, but there are your final standings. I'll take a screenshot just to make sure we don't forget. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week for Austria. Have a good weekend and have a good week as well. Thank you for tuning in.